down there. So give us a little bit of time. That's because Ken's lazy. Nothing to do with that. That's kind of cool. And so opening remarks will be me, and I will talk for a little bit, and then we're gonna have Lyle come on. He's gonna talk, and then I think he's gonna break me. Oh no, we're gonna have a break. Sorry about that, Lyle. So we got Sibylla had to cancel. Okay, like I said earlier. So she's not going to be doing the presentation at that time. So I believe it's going to be Chris Garitano. You're going to be doing yours. So be ready early to do it. And Eddie Hill will be after that. Folks, if you don't know who Eddie is, you will eventually know. Okay? He's got a show called Paranormal Exposition. I'm kidding. I'm joking. He's been on my show. He's a good guy. He's from San Antonio. He's seen a lot of weird stuff. So he's a police officer out of San Antonio, Bexar County, right?
Yeah.
Wilson County. And then after that, we'll take another break, and then we're going to have Ron Moorhead's going to speak. Now, to me, and the reason I want to say that to you guys, that he is the most important person at this conference, hands down. It's not me, publicly in my mind it's me. I'm joking. Seriously, Ron is the most important person at this conference. It's an honor to have him here. And so everybody be very respectful of Ron. I know you guys will be respectful, but when he's talking, I know sometimes when people talk last year, we had people talking while some of the speakers were talking, but because we had the tables in the same room. And some jackhole was like, it was George Turner, he was told to shut up twice at his own conference. Now, if you were there last year, you know that's not true.
We had a blast, man.
I was told to shut up at least a dozen times. That didn't work. But no, and then there was somebody that was like, he doesn't even look anything like his action figure. And I'm like, because it's a toy. It's a toy. You're not going to give your kid something that looks like me for real. Okay? They'll learn that one day people like me actually do things, but until then, they're like, I want to play with this thing. This freaking toy. But the thing is, I want to tell you guys, I'm meeting all you guys here, some of you guys for the first time, some of you guys from last year, and it's a blessing for me because I know your handles, except for Mike Turner. Mike always, he's like, I'm Mike Turner, he doesn't care. But I know you by your handles, and it was really awesome to get to come and shake your hand and meet you in person. Like I told you I wanted to, like I told you I would, and I keep my word. And if there's anything you need, you come see me. And don't let money or anything like that stop you. You understand?
Shoebox full of 20s.
Shoebox. Yeah. So if there's anything you need other than a shoebox full of 20s, yeah, other than the money in the box, okay?
I thought you just said money was not an object.
Money is not an object when it comes to stuff I've already bought out there. So here, I'm being very specific here. Everybody, if I don't know if you know Craig puts on a conference every year up in Jefferson. Me and him were there last year, and we had a good time. It was just me and him. A few people walked by, but they didn't go in. But me and Craig, we played cards for a few hours over there. It was nice. But if you don't know Craig, you just did the UFO conference too, right?
Yeah, UFO convention.
UFO convention. You gonna do it again next year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll see. I'm gonna send some abductees your way.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. After lunch, which is right after Ron Moorhead speaks, we're going to come back now. Jill Remmenschneider is not available because her and Brett may have been exposed to COVID. Now, I don't know what variant this is because I don't know, what is this, September? How many variants do we have this week? I don't know. Yeah, we're up to like a dozen. But they did the right thing and they didn't show up for that reason. And then Bettina is going to talk, and we're going to put someone else in Jill's slot. And then after that, it's going to be Chad Lewis, then Adam Davies, and then there's a break, and then at 6:30, it's Ron, Murphy, and Ann Celine are going to do a presentation, and that's the end of the day. The next day, Sunday, you have another big lineup. The doors open at 10:15, and David Weatherly will be the first one to speak, Monsters of the Wild West. I was hoping he'd do a Skinwalker presentation. He did it last year. So, but, I still have not been able to see it. Every time I try to sit down and watch it, something stops me, and I'm not joking. And then 11:45 is Daniel Jones. Now, this is going to be interesting, folks, because this is Paranormal Roundtable and not Cryptid Roundtable. we're gonna do something a little different. Daniel's gonna talk about UFOs. And there's a reason for that. When me and Barton, I don't know where Barton, I don't think he's in here. But when me and Barton did our Bigfoot project, after the 5th person we interviewed, we found something very odd. 4 of the people we had already interviewed had been abducted, which was weird. We were on Jesus Payan. He's from Breaking Bad, the actor. He's here. It was weird. And so I thought, these people are all having Bigfoot experiences, but they're also being abducted. And you know how Barton talks. You've heard him on the show. He's like, man, is it just me? I knew what he was going to say. And I was like, yeah, gas prices are super high. He's like, no. No, he said, everybody's been abducted. So it's a weird thing. But you guys who are here tonight as VIP, you're the initiated. You know this. We've been around this. We've done hundreds of hours of content. It's a weird thing, so I thought that it would be an awesome thing to have Daniel come on, because I'm going to be doing a project with him and Nick Redfern and Christopher Jordan, who's in attendance right here, the UAP project. We're going to talk about it, then write about it. And Nick Redfern will be talking after that. He did the foreword on my book, and there's a reason for that. Nick read my Bigfoot book, and he actually asked, to work with me on some stuff. So that's an honor for somebody to ask me that. And in typical fashion, I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty important. I got a lot of stuff to do. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, when you're done being in the pompous ass, let me know. Very polite. He's always very polite. But yeah, and then after that, we got Tex Wesson, and he's going to speak cryptids up close and personal. Then we're going to have lunch. Then Lance Hightower is going to talk. Now here, I don't know if Lance is still here. He might have already taken off. Oh, there you are. Come forward, Lance. Come here, boy. This is Lance Hightower. Now, I got Lance at the 11th hour, and I'll tell you how I did it. Good old-fashioned blackmail. Remember that time we were at the bar, Lance? You know, what's going on? So Lance, it's like a football team, right? You get that guy at the waiver wire, and you're like, he's not doing anything? He's got to be at the conference, because this guy can attest to the BS that happens whenever we try to do a show and we talk about something that they don't like, which is Tolstoy says, if you talk about they, you don't know who they are. I know who they are. So F you, Tolstoy. But the truth is, Lance is a very important guy, and Lance is going to talk about some stuff, DOGMAN and otherwise. And then after that, there's a guy named Ken Gerard. Ken Gerard. What is this guy? Where'd you go? Where'd you go to school at? UCLA? Why didn't you go to Pepperdine? Think you're smart? And then after that, we're having a break. And then we're going to have a DOGMAN panel. Now, that's important, because we're going to have a cryptid panel that's probably going to take place at 3 o'clock. That's going to take the Joe Rumenschneider and Brett Eichenberger, and pray for them that they don't have COVID and have to go through what me and Nellie did these past month or whatever. But yeah, we're going to have a panel. And if you are somebody who's an experiencer and you feel like you can add something to that panel, hit me up and let me know, because I want this to be an open forum. I want to be able to answer questions. If you have questions, I want people to be able to give you something. That's what we need in this community. You are my base, and I'm going to tell you right now, we need to destroy compartmentalization. I shouldn't have to go to a Bigfoot organization and fight for a story and say, hey, this person had a story and they don't want to take it because it had something that they didn't like in it. Same thing with MUFON. Same thing with all these other organizations. I saw the split of a very decent organization turn and fracture into 2 different organizations. And a lot of people think I took sides. Let me tell you that. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't. I just told the truth. One person was very angry. He's still my friend. But I had to speak up because I was on the inside track of what was going on. And we need to be together. We need to come together, and we need to do, to go into this brave new world. Like I was telling some people earlier, when we have these experiences, that is the real world. What you do every day, putting your pants on, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, whatever you're doing, that's the mundane world. That's not real. That's an illusion that we agree upon. And it gets real weird, it's sciencey type stuff, but I can tell you this, these areas of high strangeness where all this stuff goes on, that's the reality. And I have people that tell me all the time, you're a lunatic, you're stupid, you said this, you said that. I'm like, you watched all that? Thank you. Thank you for paying me to be a dumbass. We appreciate it. But yeah, the DOGMAN panel, then after that, we're gonna have a presentation. We're not real sure about the 6 o'clock slot because Garetano will be moving over. But after that, we're gonna have Martin Groves. So, we will fill that 6 o'clock slot. All right, folks? And we're going to have a blast. So get ready for tomorrow. Get some rest. Do whatever you got to do. Get up. What do morning people say? Bright-eyed, bushy, something? I'm not a morning person.
Bright-eyed and bushy tail.
Like Bettina, she's like, good morning, y'all. I'm like, oh, yeah. I love her. Bettina's a good person. But anyways, folks, we will see you tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for coming to the VIP.
Thank you.
Thank you.